Meets the road, we stand tall through the grit and grind. We answer the call, voices rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need.
Hey, welcome to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. We are broadcasting live from Fishbowl Studios here in Bedford, Texas. Man, it's radio for a reason. You're joining Sideshow and Pitbull. We are proudly sponsored by the Biker Wolfpack and Glenn Larson Law. Ow! If you ride, make sure you have the Biker Wolfpack on your side. That's 737 The Wolf, 737 The Wolf. What is going on, Pitbull?
I'm still recovering.
Yeah, it's been
a long week.
Yeah, you know, we're wrapping up Memorial May, and we had a great weekend that we're going to tell you all about after we take a quick break. But stay tuned because it's going to get patriotic in the house right after these messages.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn with Glenn Larson Law and Biker Wolfpack Law. And I got one simple concept today. Don't be a tough guy. Don't try to do it on your own. And also, don't talk to the bad guys. So what do I mean? Don't be a tough guy means go get medical attention right away and tell the doctors everything that's wrong with you. Make sure to do that because if you don't, it's going to mess up your case. Number two, if you have a problem with your roof, do you hire a roofer? If you have an injury situation and you need help, hire legal professional representation. Our firm is one of those firms and we stand ready to help. Number three, most importantly, heaven forbid, do not speak to the insurance companies without legal representation. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks for listening.
Your bike turns heads. Your gear should too. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company has classic leathers and bold new designs you won't find anywhere else. Shop top brands plus exclusive MMCC originals. Right now, our listeners get 20% off their entire order. Use promo code 99%. Visit MilwaukeeMotorcycleClothing.com today.
Welcome back, man. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company, man. Check them out. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing.com. Company.com. Man, you're getting 20% off your entire purchase with using the 99% discount code. Man, you know, they sent us all those shirts for Pinups and Pistons. And I joked with one of the reps there because he's like, everything's bigger in Texas. So he sent me like 4X and 5X. All the shirts he sent me, all gone, man. People were loving the shirts at Pinups and Pistons.
Always bigger in Texas.
Man, they love the quality of the shirts. They love the design of the shirts. And, man, they went off our booth like that. What do you think of, I mean?
I love it because you can get everything on Milwaukee Leather.
You like the jewelry aspect.
They got jewelry. They got your purses. They got your belts and accessories. All the things you go into the other shops for when your guys getting the bike worked on, you can get all of it on Milwaukee Leather and the riding shirts. Even the heated. I know we don't get cold here that much, but you want it when you want it.
Yeah.
They got the heated jackets and everything.
Yeah. So Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company.com, Milwaukee Motorcycle Company.com. Check them out and use the 99% code for 20% off. Like I said, man, we are wrapping up Memorial Day, May. We started out with Police Week. We went into Memorial Day. all over social media. So it would be wrong for me not to open up the show with
the rant.
No.
Oh, we're not on the rant yet?
Not the rant yet.
Just kidding.
With, New York, with Texas's hometown hero, 101 years old. We went to his birthday party. He was a flamethrower in Iwo Jima. He is probably one of the most patriotic men I've ever met.
Dude, for real. Like, I watched so it's kind of like a tradition on Memorial Day. I don't know if it's appropriate. I think it is. We watched Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So we watched it with my son, who's 10 years old. And so we watched that with him. And every year, I mean, granted, we maybe started this 2 years ago, kind of watching it with him. Now that he's 10, he's getting a little more, every year he's interested more. He's learning more. And like, it's like, those are the guys that we are honoring. And you've met a guy named Don Graves, who was, just as badass of those actors in this movie. I mean, like,
it's great that you're instilling that in him because, even at 10 or even 8, you start introducing the military aspect, you start showing what our military heroes have done. Mm-hmm. They're going to remember that, So God bless you and Springer for doing that. That's cool. That's really good, man. That's good parenting.
That's good.
That's good
Chuck
parenting.
I got 1 point. I got 1 point.
So
but no, I think it's important because there's a lot of good military movies, but that was the one that we kind of just decided on. That was the one because
do you watch different ones each year, or is it always
it's always Saving Private Ryan, but because it's so emotional. I mean, it's just so well done in all the ways. But like, it's for a kid, you're not putting on the action movie, you're not putting on the superhero. They're watching this, and it obviously the movie starts off extreme action. Yes. So the kids are kind of like, oh my gosh. And you're like, these are real people. This is not Marvel. This isn't Universal, whatever the hell it is. This is real people. This is what we're celebrating. This is why I don't know if I want to say celebrate. Honoring. This is why we're honoring our veterans and our heroes, and he kind of goes, and he still goes, I want to go in the Army. Like he wants to go, like very to him, Army is like military. He doesn't know all the branches and stuff yet, but like he's like, I want to do it. But he's like, I don't know if I want to go into combat. I'm like, well, you can be a dental assistant in the Army.
You can be anything you want to be.
You can do whatever you want in the Army. And serve your country.
Serving our country is serving our country. There are so many different avenues within the military. It's not always all combat. My dad was a colonel, full bird. He was a dentist. So hey, military people need their teeth fixed. They do. That's right. Well, and he unfortunately had to identify. That was the other thing he had to do. Did he identify as a doctor? Or no, identify because he was a dentist because, dental records. He was a dentist, but he identified as a nurse assistant. He identified as making money. Making money. I'm just kidding. No, but like there was a lot of he had to do identifications because dental records are sometimes the only thing that can identify you. Well, that's tough. And he had to do that. That's tough, man. Wow. You know what? I didn't even think about that aspect of it. I'm thinking, dental work. No, but the jokes. Wow. Yeah, no, I didn't. I never ever see. There's so much more to because your dental records are like a fingerprint, and your fingers are skin. They're gonna, in certain circumstances, aren't gonna be there, but your teeth will. Wow. So they identify you from your dental records. That's tough, man. That's wow. Okay. See, learn something new every day. Well, we're going to start this off with little Don Graves. Yes. God bless America, man. He knocked it out. He was in Washington, D.C. over the Memorial Day weekend. So, Chance, whenever you can, let's hit it. Every one of you to sing it, because if he's singing it, you sing it. Leading us in God Bless America. Welcome that young guy, 100-year-old hero of World War II, the amazing Don Graves.
Thank you. I consider this a great privilege to stand here and sing about my nation. And if that isn't good enough for you, it'll serve you right. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. from the mountain to the prairie to the ocean, right before God bless America, our home, sweet home. God bless America, our home, sweet home. Thank you.
Man, God bless Don Graves. Don't mind the Caribbean music in the back.
We don't know where that came from.
he was playing for the Caribbean as well. God bless America. But man, 101 years old. They had it at 100. He just turned 101. And he, for 101 years old, he does more for this country now than most of our 18 and 20 and 25-year-olds do. He's out there and he makes a difference. He makes the effort. And God bless him.
He gets around.
Yes.
He gets around.
He is at almost every patriotic event out there. And, on that, I'm going to go into a tiny little rant.
We're due for a rant.
Just for the things that I saw over this Memorial Day weekend where, we're supposed to be honoring our veterans and our first responders and those who have fallen in the line of duty, serving strangers, doing a job that nobody else wants to do. They raised their right hand. They took an oath to protect and serve this country, the cities, the states, their neighbors, and they do it without judgment. They do it they don't care what color your skin is. They don't care what sexual orientation you are. They are willing to lay down their lives for you. And then we have people out there like the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, douchebag. And I'm going to say that
whole stamp.
Yeah, we're going to get a douchebag stamp right for his head for honoring on Memorial Day, honoring the life of George Floyd, a criminal, a thief, a drug addict, before honoring the men and women of this country. Jacob Frey, a politician, honoring a criminal above our servicemen and women. That was the most heinous thing I've ever seen. You know what? You want to honor George Floyd? God bless you. You do what you got to do, but don't do it on Memorial Day.
Tell me what that really proves.
It doesn't prove anything. He's just pandering to a certain class of people, so he'll get votes. But when you're going to honor a drug dealer over our men and women, that is just despicable, and it shows you are not a patriot. You are nobody. So you know what, Mayor Jacob Frey, you get the douchebag award. There were a couple other Democratic politicians that really didn't step up for Memorial Day. They were not seen around at any of these Memorial Day things. They weren't honoring our veterans. I'm not saying all of them, but there were many of them that you didn't see a lot of. And, I don't care that you have this ideology of, you got to pander to a certain group. These men and women who died for us in service of our country should be honored and held at the highest honor. And you as a politician, a voted in elected official, have the duty to respect their families, to respect and honor their names, their memories, and their service. And shame on each and every one of you who won't hold the American flag, our colors, and the American freedoms up in a high standard. So, it really pissed me off. Megyn Kelly played a really good clip on TikTok that I'm going to play right now. I had to show it to you because it really shows what some of these politicians, and before you get to the ballot box, think about some of our politicians. Are they holding you in high standards and care about you or themselves and people who do not deserve to be in this country? So let's play that Megyn Kelly clip. You got it? Oh, computer froze. See, the Democrats are already cutting us off, man. They're freezing up our computers.
They don't have that
There's
kind
some
of
little
power.
nerd going, nope, you're not playing Megyn Kelly. You're not playing Megyn Kelly. Did it go?
I hear a lot of
I hear a lot of bleeping. Wow.
Ooh.
All right, so we'll just
Keep
we'll
talking.
just move on until he can play that clip. But yeah,
no,
because we got really two good clips to play.
But you're right. Like with being, you know, what the season or what the celebratory events were this weekend. I mean, I don't care what party you come from. Where
Are we back on? Yes. Oh, we're back on? Let's see. Are we back on? Look, they're trying to silence us.
you got flagged.
We're back on? All right. Hey, we're back on. Yeah, we must have got they were trying to silence us, but you know what? Our board op, who's amazing, Chance behind the board, got us back up. He started doing all that computer stuff and kicked out those Democrats. No, but now can we play that Megyn Kelly clip? All
Governor
right.
Walz post.
After hearing Don Graves sing a beautiful "God Bless America," 101 years old, flamethrower at Iwo Jima, lost so many. He was one of 18 flamethrowers that stormed the beaches of Normandy, and only 3 flamethrowers came out. His battalion of 360 some odd people, only 18 walked off that beach. So, to not honor our veterans, and so many are like him, is despicable.
If you don't honor our veterans, unfollow me.
Yeah. Don't even listen to the show. But let's play that Megyn Kelly clip.
Governor Walz posting on X yesterday, quote, 6 years ago today, George Floyd's murder started a global movement for change. Let us continue working to build a society that lives up to its democratic ideals of liberty and justice for all. Walz also paid a visit to George Floyd Square in Minneapolis yesterday, dancing. Watch this.
Not bad for an old white guy.
I don't know what this is.
All righty, thank you. I appreciate you.
I don't know what that is, but it looks like somebody wearing handcuffs trying to chug a beer. I'm sure that's not the proper tribute to anyone. I don't know. He's so happy. He's in his glory, just like Kamala Harris, his old running mate. Whenever he's talking about race and how bad white he is, that really gives him a Jones. He did release a brief Memorial Day message on X, remembering, our fallen troops. This guy wanted to be their commander. Remember when he told us that he had made it all the way to the top of his unit and was a command sergeant major? And those were lies. Remember, we were the ones who interviewed his former platoon mates who were disgusted at his stolen valor. Maybe there's a reason his mind is not so much on the troops, but on George Floyd. He also happened to have blown off the nearby.
So that was another mayor, Tim Walz of Minnesota, or Minneapolis, wherever he's from, one of those M states. You too, along with Jacob Fry, get the douchebag award. You know what? Once again, man, you can honor a criminal, you can do whatever you want, but don't do it on Memorial Day. So that was my rant. I don't know if you agree with me, you don't agree with me, but this guy in Frisco agrees with me on this aspect where when we talk about immigration, right? You want to immigrate, you want to come over to this country, God bless you, come on over. We'll welcome you with open arms. But you have to assimilate to our culture or stay in your country and follow your culture. This man at the Frisco board meetings, the city council meeting, this is Texas. This is not some third world country. Bring up that clip. This was a patriot talking to the city council.
Stan, what are you guys doing here? Inviting the enemy to eat at the table with you, and they steal all your food. Your children will grow up without a place to be in because every single one of their jobs, and you saw the children that were brought up on this stage, not one of them is a heritage American. Not one of them was a Texan. Your replacement is here, Americans, and it is coming faster and faster. The Hindus and the Muslims are teaming up to take over Texas. This is not Muslims versus Hindus here. They are here to eradicate the Christians. They are here to drive us out of our homelands. You have to understand, these people do not want to assimilate. These people have not come here to become Americans. They have come here to drag their third world culture over to our country. If Jainism, if Hinduism is so great, why are their countries shitholes? They are bringing this ideology here to turn the third world is not a place. It is a people. It is an ideology. It is a way of life. It is a culture. And when they bring their people, their way of life, their ideology, and their culture over to America, do you think it's going to remain American? Have you ever looked across the plains of Texas and said, I need 5 million Jeets here right now to shit in the street? No one ever has. No one has ever looked across and said, the football fields, the games, all of the amazing cowboy. I have a First Amendment right, and I can curse if I want to. I can talk if I want to. No one has ever looked across the plains of Texas and the football games and all the amazing cowboy culture and the raw American spirit here and said, let's replace this with Muslims. Let's replace this with Hindus. Texas should remain for Texans. Have you lost your mind selling your children's future? Did you see the Boys and Girls Club of America standing on this stage? Is it even recognizable to what you would have seen the Boy Scouts 15 or 20 years ago? It is a replacement. It is not right. Just because it's happening to white people does not make it okay. You guys are complicit. This is the jellyfish generation, half boomer, half Gen X. You don't care about my children's children. You are selling out this country to people who do not want to live near you. They want to build their own separate, segregated zones where they practice their religion, their food, their way of dress, their language. They don't care about white culture. They don't care about American culture. They don't like you. They will replace you. Their culture in both Muslim and Hindu is pedophilia. And I have the child marriage in Mensur Maruti, which is one of their religious texts. It suggests a 30-year-old man marry a 12-year-old woman, or a 24-year-old man is perfect for an 8-year-old girl. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It is so true. When we're building things in Plano and Frisco to accommodate another culture, they're taking away from ours. And you have the right to practice any religion you want, anything. But when you go outside those boundaries, you have to assimilate to the United States of America, right or wrong. And me and Pipple this week were surrounded by patriotic men and women all weekend long. And to see those videos surface really broke my heart, that all these men and women who have fought and were either injured or died for this country, man, to see some of these politicians pull this crap pissed me off. Pinups and Pistons. We were dressed up red, white, and blue all week, all
red,
weekend
white,
long.
and radiant.
We're red, white, and radiant. So tell us a little bit about how great the pinups
and Pistons. It was a good turnout.
It was an amazing turnout.
It was last Saturday, Fort Worth Indian Motorcycle benefiting Camp Shield. I think we had 200 to 300 people roll in and out through those hours. Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Which I was praying for. The girls looked amazing. Girls showed up
Every
in
one of
full
them.
force.
Every one.
And
of
I
them.
got some new Bettys. But yeah, that's what it's about too. I mean, I know it wasn't a quote unquote Memorial Day, but it was about the veterans, also
And it was
the
about
women
giving,
veterans.
and it was about giving back to Camp Shield,
hmm
right?
Yes.
Now,
Give me-
when I met those ladies at Camp Shield, I was so honored and heartwarmed by some of the stories that these women veterans wanted to share. But they come back from combat, they come back from deployment, they come back from their military service, and they go right back into running the household, running the kids to school. They have no time to vent. They have no time to decompress. They have no time to address the wounds that they suffered, and Camp Shield really provides them with such these retreats and resources to give them that outlet.
Mhm.
And I'm proud to say their next retreat is going to be in, I think she said September.
I believe so.
And the 99% Radio Network, and I think everybody out there should join on this. The 99% Radio Network is going to sponsor a veteran for one of those retreats. And I suggest that each and every one of you go to Camp Shield and donate a little money to sponsor a veteran to go to those retreats, because every woman veteran needs this retreat.
There's a lot that it's not just even the women veterans. I mean, it is, but they also bring in their families
Yes.
as well. So it's a family-oriented organization. They do focus on the women veterans, the aspects of the women veterans, what they went through and what they dealt with, and how they get them back into civilian life. I don't know if you actually say civilian life.
Yeah.
But because they're never a civilian anymore. But
Well, no.
but yeah, getting integrated back,
Readjusted,
readjusted,
right? Yeah.
And they have camps, they have resources. I mean, counselors, everything that you need, because women go through a lot of different chapters and trauma that a male does through the military. Unfortunately, I mean,
I was talking to, one of the representatives from Camp Shield, and she was kind of confiding in me a little bit about some of the things that she's heard. Men have the combat trauma, right? But the women over there go through a trauma that is stigmatized just as much, and that's the sexual assaults, the sexual harassment, the rapes that go on that we don't hear about. Things do happen that these women do go through that scar them for life, and it's just as traumatic as the man in combat. If not worse, because they bury it.
They had to, yeah, exactly. They had to bury it, keep silent about it. A lot of times, and I hate saying this, a lot of times when they go to whoever they need to go to, might not get the acknowledgement or whatever it needs to get it forward after that. So they have to keep burying it. But when they go to Camp Shield or they get involved with Camp Shield, they meet like-minded women. They're all badass women, veterans that are in this group. But they have other excursions where they bring the family and everything. So they get that camaraderie, not with only other women veterans, but their families, single moms, even their husbands might be able to go. But it's basically based on the women empowerment, women connection, bringing them with their families and getting them back into the community.
But you brought up a great point too, because now I'm just thinking, like, when you bring the families in, right? So if a husband who's not military, his wife goes out and she serves, right? When she comes back, if she had one of these traumas, and they get to talk about it together in a family unit, right? It kind of makes him understand maybe that's why she is different when she came back. And the healing process for him, and maybe he can feel a little bit more compassion, or maybe realize and understand the traumas that she faced, around other, like you said, like-minded individuals. So it's a safe environment. It's not like you going to marriage counseling. It's a safe environment with,
you're not going to get them put on display
yes,
and have to tell your things.
Yeah. There's no judgment. There's no judgment.
None.
So,
and you're with like-minded. I mean, I get there isn't to meet my knowledge as a civilian, there isn't another organization. I mean, I think there's like other ones that maybe deal with horses, with women and other things like that. But like, this is strictly just getting them together.
Yes.
Getting the women of our military together and getting past that hump and hurdle of getting back to life when they get back from service. Because like you said, you have to get back as a mom. And I'm not just saying this is because I'm sure there's some single dads out there doing the same thing, but single, you're a mom coming back, not a single mom, you're a married mom, whatever it is. You got to get right back in there and take care of those kids, get them to school, let them know that there's nothing going on. Bury all those emotions.
You got to be the mama bear, right? You got to be the mama bear. And
you don't get a time off.
Right. You
don't get to just go to your bedroom and veg out on Netflix and recuperate.
Right.
You got to go right back because they're happy to see you right when you walk in that door. It's game on. Mom's back.
Yep. Exactly. You're right. And it's a lot different for the women. And God bless everyone who's part of Camp Shield, everyone who sponsors it, promotes it, and donates to it. God bless you all, because you are making a difference in these women's lives that nothing could be better. They need this.
And they're based out of Texas, out of Houston. So they drove all the way up for our event, and they want to make a presence up here. They want to expand their mission from Houston. So that's why it's important that we had them up here. We're going to try to get their word out more up here in North Texas. Get them out there. I think their mission is perfect. It's needed.
Yeah,
definitely needed. And we're going to keep promoting Camp Shield as much as we can, because I definitely believe in what they got.
They do about 20 women on the retreats, and they have over 100 applicants. Mm-hmm. So there's a need. There is a huge need, and to be. It's heartbreaking to think that they have to turn down 80 female veterans and say, no, you can't come to this retreat because we don't have the money. But like I said, the 99% Radio Network is going to do whatever we can, and we are going to sponsor at least one, hopefully two veterans to bust that 20 veteran mark. Mm-hmm. With your help, your sponsorship, go to Camp Shield. Just donate $5, $10, $20, anything whatever helps. You can to help them raise the funds. We raised some money this weekend for them. All the money from the Pinups and Pistons event, every dime of it went.
Betty's don't keep anything.
Yep, every dime of it went to Camp Shield. So hopefully that will help.
We're gonna play their little opener real quick.
We're gonna play a quick opener, and you can see what it was all about at Indian Motorcycle in Fort Worth.
Well, their mission.
The mission.
When you happen upon somebody that has DV, disabled veteran license plates, don't automatically assume that those belong to a man. Hi, my name is Maggie Peterson, and I am the founder and CEO of Camp Shield. I started Camp Shield because of my own traumas that I had experienced pre-military, in the military, and post-military. And I knew that there needed to be somewhere safe and secure for women veterans to come heal and grow.
I think what Camp Shield truly did for me personally is instill a sense of purpose that I love. I love being a part of the community, but I also love serving other women veterans. My life is different because of it, very different.
Transitioning out of the military is difficult for many women veterans. First of all, while we're in the military, we are very visible. When we transition out into the civilian world, we become the most invisible veterans that there are. A lot of times, they never speak about their military service. Unfortunately, because a lot of them experienced a really tough time in the military.
I went because I wanted something for my life. Not thinking that would happen.
Things happen to women veterans in the military, such as military sexual trauma, that people don't want to talk about, and it needs to be talked about.
And not thinking that I wasn't somewhere safe, that when you report it, nothing happened.
At Camp Shield, we like to say connections save lives.
It's like somebody hand you a toolbox, and you have a lot of tools in there to work with. It's the best way I can sum it up. There are a lot of tools. And they're my own personal tools.
The women that come through our programs will tell us it was not only life-changing, but many times life-saving.
I was in the Army for 17 years, and they do a great job of breaking you down and building you into a soldier, but they do not prepare you for coming back to being a civilian to living in society.
We build from the resilient challenges that we faced while we were in service or out of service, a space that is peaceful and a space of women who are celebrating what they've been through.
Welcome back. That's powerful, man. That is some powerful stuff. And, one of the veterans said she lost her sense of purpose. Man, if you ever felt what it felt to lose your sense of purpose, man, it's soul crushing.
Mm-hmm.
It is soul crushing. And especially the woman that was 17 years in the military, she deserves such a high honor that she served our country for 17 honorable years, comes back and is not even recognized. That woman should be placed on a pedestal and just thanked and acknowledged.
It is weird how you think of the men and women veterans differently.
I didn't think about that until I met some of the ladies that came.
Mm-hmm.
To feel what they felt, to hear what they had was really, it was heartbreaking that I'm like, wow, I never, ever thought of it that way. And it's because
they do the
it's just
exact same thing. They go through the same training, the same, recruit, the same everything.
Yep.
Nothing's different. Nothing is different. But yet when they get home, they might look like a veteran. Maybe their hair, they got their ponytail, but a lot of the girls aren't going to have like the look.
Right. They're not
like,
gonna have their chop cut.
The guy comes home, they got the haircut, they got the hat. They want to wear. A lot of times, the girls, they want to wear their cute outfit because they haven't been able to wear a cute outfit in months or years.
Yeah.
So you don't see them when they walk through the street or through the grocery store, and a lot of times you won't recognize them. But I mean, they're not going to wear a thing like, "Hey, recognize me, say thank you."
Right.
But if you do see a woman wearing an Army shirt, Marine shirt, Air Force shirt, a hat or something, or a little sticker on the car.
It's not her husband's.
It's not. It might not. Most of the time, it might not be her husband. But I mean, even the sticker on the car.
Yeah.
Don't just automatically look at the man. Just look at all of them in a group. Thank you for your service. Somebody's a veteran. Thank you.
Yes. The whole family unit. Yep.
So women were very impactful in the service. I mean, not only like being a service member, but before being a service member, they were doing medical, they were doing dental, they were doing like even the work back home.
Yeah.
Rosie the Riveter, same thing.
Yep.
I mean, women were involved in all of this and they need to be recognized. And I love that I came across Camp Shield.
Yeah.
It was just stumble. I came across Camp Shield because I wanted to do Pinups and Pistons and I wanted an powerful veteran group. And they were like, hey, boom. And I was like, oh my gosh, research. You're perfect. And I want to keep with them. I think that is perfect. I think a lot of the women need to know more about them. I don't think the word's out about them. And I love that. I think they only started about 4 years ago. Yeah. They're pretty new, Camp Shield. They're based out of Houston, Texas, about 4, maybe 5 years old. They want to branch out and we need to give them the voice.
Yes. And that's why this is radio for a reason, man. You're not going to hear this on any mainstream media. You're not going to hear this on Channel 7 or Fox News or CNN. You're going to hear all the good stuff, all the good news, and uplifting all the organizations right here on the 99, man. And that's what it's all about. There's so many amazing people out there, like from Camp Shield, that are doing great things, and we want to bring it to you. So you're not disheartened by how society has gotten you down, because that's only 1%, man.
Because when you watch the news, like I watch my Fox 4, that's what I watch. I watch it and I do love them. But they do show like things happening in the weekends and stuff like that. And it's usually this huge thing that a lot of money was put in to put this event on. These are events that we showcase. These are events that are coming out grassroots. They're coming out of pockets. They're donations. They're like, we're trying to scramble any way we can to get the word out. That's the events that need to get more exposure.
Well, yep, without a doubt. Let me just give a quick shout out to a couple of people that just showed up on our feed. Alton Wells with Spokes for Hope, another amazing organization. Spokes for Hope, bridging the gap between the police officers and the civilian lives and the community. Thank you, Alton, for everything you do. Mike Panici, our snake man out there. Massimo from Italy. Thank you. Kevin Perrette, my old partner, is on there. JFW, the third caller, JFW, he is on. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. This is what it's all about. It's making a difference and just staying focused on the things that matter. You know, things that we have control of. We have control of making that donation. We have control of going to that event. We can make that effort and not the excuse of sitting home. And you know, the Pinups and Pistons. Let's wrap this up by announcing the winners of the Pinups and Piston contest. We had some great winners. They were all winners. All the girls did an amazing job. I mean, they all strutted their stuff. They came out with a high energy. They were all smiling, and you know, they deserve definitely a round of. Each one of them deserves a round of applause. But you had some great categories.
We had great we didn't have categories in the pinup. Well, we did in a way. We had best in first, second, third, best in show.
Yeah.
And we have a couple girls that show up all the time. They've come up to every Battling Betties event. And look at my page. You'll see the pictures. Battling Betties, Texas. You'll see the girls. So first place winner was Sable Dubois. She's amazing. She's come out multiple times. She hit the stage.
Yes.
She is like a theater girl. She owns a dance studio. Hit it out in the Rosie the Riveter outfit.
Yes, yep.
And then we had second place Della Dainty. She came out with the skirt that reversed and the American flag.
Oh
beautiful.
My God. That she make that?
I didn't ask.
Because when she did that, when that skirt came off and it just brought the American flag out, man, I was like, oh my God, that was spot on.
Perfect.
Yep.
And then third place we had Iron Maven. She was recent that. Let me just clarify. I did not do any of the judging. I had celebrity judges do the judging for me. And yes, a couple of the Betties did win, but it had nothing to do with me.
Yep.
So Iron Maven won third place.
Now she's the Marine.
No.
Oh.
She is a new Betty, but she is we met her at Celebrity Softball. She has been completely active in Betties. I love that she's getting us custom jerseys.
Ooh.
We're getting League of Their Own.
Oh, very
jerseys
cool.
made
Very cool.
for
Very
yes.
Cool.
And then best in show was our little Lulu. She is a Marine veteran.
My God, when she told me she was a Marine, I mean,
she's little.
She's little. She's about what?
She's micro.
She's like 4'9".
She's
5
micro.
foot.
She's a micro pinup.
She's the cutest little. She's the cutest little thing, man. She came up and she helped us break down a tent. She was just like, I'm here to help.
She's a badass.
She's like a little bulldog, man. But she is so cute.
Yes. I met little Lulu at the pinup contest up in Sherman, I believe where it was. I got invited to be MC at one of the pinup contests up there, just being a MC to the thing, and got to talk to her. She became one of the Betties. We're about 6 months in. She came. She's a veteran. She, like I said, she's a micro mini badass.
She is a badass.
And she is a Marine. She is, I love it. And like I said, I had nothing to do with the voting. I know I'm boosting her, but I'm proud of her because, you know, it doesn't matter. A lot of people think these pinup contests have to be like, you have to be in pinup for so long. You have to have this look. You have to be like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But pinup is about celebrating history for one, celebrating yourself, celebrating women empowerment, just getting out there and having confidence, even if you don't. Because we had some girls that like it was nervous. They were nervous, but they got out there. It was their first pinup contest. But once they didn't even know what they were going to do it, some of them. But once they saw the girls, they're like, come on, you know, and they were like hanging out. She's like, I'm going to do it. So, you know, it's a sisterhood.
And you know what's cool about it? You just said it, man. A lot of these women want to do this, but they don't know how to break out of their shell. They're a little too shy. But when they get around those other pinups, they're themselves. They're allowed. They get to be themselves.
Kind of getting a little costume. Like I don't want to say it's a costume, but in your head, but me cool, personally, I'm like, I'm in my costume.
Oh my God, we got to play. We got to play your song. I wish I had the walkout for you, but we'll play your song.
It?
I don't.
You don't have my song? Oh.
No, because I announced you. I didn't have your walkout, so I announced.
I made a song.
The song is great.
6 foot F-bomb.
Is it on there? Oh.
Oh well, hold on.
Yeah, well, she'll play it. She'll get it over there. But yeah, the ladies did amazing. You know, the Battling Betties of North Texas really knocked it out of the park for Cam Shield. You guys really did a great job. And like I said, man, it's all about empowering the women. And you know what? And one thing about it, it's not showing your ass or showing your cleavage. It's not all risque.
It's classy, sassy, and a little bit of badassy.
There you go. And that's what it was all about. It was all patriotic. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. You knocked it out of the park, Pitbull. Great job.
Thank you.
And Pitbull did this all really by herself, man. She took on. She got all the vendors out there. She set everything up. So, man, you did a great job. That's not That's not easy work coordinating all that.
It's not, but I enjoy it. I strive on chaos.
Yeah.
I feed off chaos, actually. Like, I love when I love when we're at a rally and it's chaotic. I love when we're at an event, it's chaotic. Because to me, I'm like, okay, let's get it done.
Yeah,
I strive off this.
You did good.
And I love that we get to do this together, honestly. We get to put the Bettys and the 99 together, and we get to put these events together for our veterans. And we get classic people, we get biker people, I love it all coming together because it's one good cause.
Yep. Brings it all together.
And we don't take any money home.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
In fact, more comes out of my pocket.
You okay?
More comes out of my pocket. I'm joking on that.
Yeah.
But do we have a video of I think you had a clip from Pinups and Pistons.
There is a clip from Pinups and Pistons in there, right? Should be on the bottom. Play that quick clip. Yeah, carry the load. But is there a Pinups and Pistons? Oh, I thought I had it up there. Maybe I didn't.
You fail.
I fail. Epic fail. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to play a couple of commercials. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the next day at Carry the Load. Carry the Load has been in existence since, I think, 2011. And it's great that Texas gets to host the culmination of all 46 states right here at Rivershon Park. And it all went down this weekend. And stay tuned because we're going to talk about that when we get back right after this.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitched on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battling Betty's in Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin a smile standing at attention. Teasing waves, vintage art. For every soldier, every medic on call, every siren. In the dark of the fall, they bring hope, bring heat, bring charm. Like a hook, like a shield, like an arm.
All right, we're back. She's just choking over here. You good?
No,
But she comes back with a pretty pinup face. There you go. You good?
Yes.
Look at you. You just changed right there. Oh man. Woosha. We're gonna hold off on the Carry the Load. We're gonna play two of the pinup commercials real quick that we just one. Oh.
Shout out to Rebel Mobile Cigar.
Yeah.
I do, because I love their whole setup. I think it was a big hit.
I think so.
I mean, I couldn't find. I knew where my husband was.
Yeah,
He was at the patio at the Mobile Cigar, and they had the trailer, and then they had the little patio that flipped down off the back. So
Yep.
you had a hovered patio, which I thought was kind of cool.
It was
you had to
very
sit
cool.
outside, and then they had air conditioning.
Did you go inside that trailer?
I did.
It was beautiful.
Well, me and Sammy, Cherry Rebel, she was in the pinup contest. She was actually with Rebel Cigar. That's I don't know I
Yeah.
don't want to give her a title, girlfriend or whatever it is, but she was there dressed super cute. And then our photographer Ron came over and took us some pictures on the back patio thing.
Yes, I saw that.
playing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
games
yeah,
with
yeah,
cigars. But yeah, I mean, I love what they do. They came out. They're super humble. Great organization. They will come to your events. Rebel Mobile Cigar. Look them up. They're available to. They have different types of setups too. You don't have to have the big trailer if you have a smaller event. Just look them up. I want to give the shout out because they were super supportive and they had a great set. I just loved everything about them.
The one thing, and you know what? That's what was missing at Rattlesnake when we went to the rally. You know,
cigars.
If you have Rebel at your event, you will definitely be a hit.
If you got bikers, you need a cigar.
Yeah, you know, because one, the trailer itself, when you go inside, it's decked out. There's leather couches inside, a big TV, big screen TV that you can watch the sports on, and
then it goes out to a little patio on the trailer.
But the air conditioning, and it was so cool. It didn't smell like smoke in the cigar. They had great smoke eaters in there. So you walked in there and it was like, oh my God, I could just veg out on this leather couch.
You got this hot, it's Texas. It's going to be hot most of the year. You're outside, you have an event, and then people want a cigar because it worked out perfectly. You got a pinup contest. Guys are there putting their bikes on display, watching the girls, but it's hot. I want a cigar. I'm going to go inside to the AC and have a cigar and watch some TV.
Yep.
Let the girls go shop and spend your money on vendors. And you just smoke a cigar and AC.
It was nice. It was beautiful. It was, big
They
shout
got
out to
little
Rebel
games,
Sport.
you know, yes. So
we're all ready. Let's play that clip from the Pinups and Pistons.
Keys, I just let that money talk. Take it to the head. I just let that money talk. Got a lot of zeros, making commas on the check. I just let that money talk. Talk. I just let that money talk.
Now this is the Pitbull song. And she came out to this. She came out to this, walking down the catwalk. That is the perfect title for you. 6-foot F-bomb, man.
Actually, back in the day, I had a little handmade jewelry company back in the day, and that was the name of my jewelry company. Was 6-foot
Oh, wow.
I say company. It was like a booth for a year during COVID.
That was definitely a perfect song. You came out strutting. You came out like a queen, man. Just boom, it was perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Pinups and Pistons. Be sure to check out Cam Shield and Pinups and Pistons for next year as we're going to grow bigger and better. But before we run it, I know this next guest is on a time constraint.
Yes, one of my girls.
She is the one who actually had Indian Motorcycle hosted the event
Yes.
at their location. I want to really welcome the GM. Yolanda's on. Can you bring her up? Yolanda Ritz.
Yes.
Yolanda Ritz, the GM of Indian Motorcycle here in Fort Worth. Yolanda, how you doing?
She's like, no.
Is she muted? Yolanda, you there?
Hey, baby.
We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Check your mute button.
Check your mute button and
She's like, oh my gosh. It's all right. We'll keep talking. So yes, Indian Motorcycle is located.
can't hear you. Try to make sure your microphone's connected into StreamYard. You'll see a little microphone on the bottom of the screen. Just make sure you're not muted. You there? Can
Text her. I
Oh,
just text her.
okay. We can't hear you, but hopefully you can hear us.
Click arrow above microphone.
Hold on. We're just throwing some little technical difficulties here. We're just going to get Yolanda's mic up. Grab one of those young pups in the service area to fix your mic. There should be a settings button. If there's a settings button, go up and just make sure you got your mics on.
So Fort Worth Indian Motorcycle is located off 820 in Fort Worth. They're right next to the Harley Davidson over there. It is 3008 West Normandale Street in Fort Worth, Texas. That's where we were located for the Pinups and Pistons. Check them out. They got some good merch. I went down there and got some t-shirts.
Yeah.
Because I needed some Indian stuff. They got all the things. And they have a good location. It's right next door to the I guess is that called the Fort Worth Harley?
I think it's Fort Worth Harley.
It's
Yep.
just called Fort Worth Harley. And the same guy owns the same locate. They own the Indian and the Harley. Whoever owns that. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but he does.
Well, you know, my son who is on a crotch rocket. Him and his girlfriend.
Hell,
came
he
out.
wants an Indian now,
Man,
huh?
he took a double test ride. He was like, I'm going to try this one. He tried the Scout. Then he tried the Bobber. And he was like, I am in love. So he was jumping from one of those crotch rockets. And he was like, man, this bike has got balls. He goes, and he's like,
I gotta say, those.
hey, we're back. Gotcha.
I was in.
I don't know what was happening. I mean, everything was good to go. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to my handy dandy phone.
Right.
I was on my computer, so it's working now. But yeah, sorry about that, guys.
All good. We were just telling you guys, or telling our audience about Fort Worth Indian and how it's like where it's located, and he was talking about his
My son
looking at the
took
bikes.
2 test rides on the bike. I know he's switching. He was like, he has a crotch rock, but I think he went out on a Scout and the Bobber, and he loved both.
Heck yeah. And I'd love to take credit for the event, but again, like you said, Pitbull, that's all her. Funny story. Let me just tell you a backstory. So one of the Battling Betties, Cynthia, we came together because, of course, motorcycles always brings everyone together. Like I said, we have a big community. And she brought it up last year. Man, we're looking for a venue, blah, blah, blah. This is what we do. It's definitely, I heard veterans and I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's set it up. I have a huge parking area and I was like, let's fill it up with vendors. Let's try to get this going. So again, no credit here. Like I said, I just have a huge facility. So,
but you were friends with with our buddy Cynthia, Sassy Sin, which also helps us break free as well. We always promote, every time we do our hops and props, which is right before our event at your location, we have her roll up her Indian motorcycle and we right in front of our booth, and we're like, our next event's at Indian Motorcycle. And I'm going to tell you, everybody comes up to that damn bike and they're like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm like, Indian Motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are kind of seeing the new designs that are coming out too. I mean, they're grabbing that younger 20-something, 30-something bike rider.
My son is 26, and him and his girlfriend, they both ride the crotch rockets. But when he saw the Bobber, he was like, wow, he loved the lines, he loved the sleekness of it, he loved how the pipes were, and he's like, He goes, I wonder if I can go test ride it. I said, go
I
inside.
saw him put the helmet on.
And then he comes out, man. And your staff couldn't have been more inviting. God bless your
The
staff.
staff is great.
They were amazing. And they were like, yeah, just here it is, go down the block. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, Yolanda,
He loved it.
People can come to Indian and test drive Indian, right? They can come
Oh, yeah.
down and talk to you guys and test
Yeah,
drive.
so we offer, I mean, of course we have our big demo day events, but some people get intimidated with crowds and a lot of bikes and stuff like that. So we do offer test rides any day weather permits. As long as you have your motorcycle license, you didn't start riding yesterday. But yes, we do allow test rides. We're definitely very accommodating on that because again, what I like, John, you may not like, and vice versa. So we want to make sure we get you on the right bike, right? One thing we don't like here is pressure sales. It's like, hey, let's make sure you're on the right bike. Because how many stories I get of, man, I bought this bike 3 months ago and I hate it. Well, to me, I don't think the sales guy took enough time to figure out what you wanted in a motorcycle, right? So definitely my staff is amazing. I mean, if they're not, y'all let me know and we'll figure that out. But
they were all on. I mean, and he even told my son when my son was looking at one of the smaller bikes, and he even walked him away from that when he goes, listen, he goes, you need a bike to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, this is a great bike. He goes, but you're going to grow out of it. And he goes, because I'm seeing you ride the
You
Ninja.
already know how to ride.
He goes, you already know how to ride. You're going to grow out of that in 6 months. And he goes, you're going to have buyer's remorse. He goes, you want to step up and go on this bike, and this way you'll grow into it, and it will last you 5 years, and then you could trade it in for a bigger bike after that. So your staff was knowledgeable and accommodating, and no pressure whatsoever.
That's what I love. Even with shopping for clothes, nobody pressures me.
Good. I know you got some of our new Carrie Hart collection.
Yes.
Some new apparel came out. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I heard, hey, we do this for veterans, and I was on board. I told Cynthia, I was like, get me in contact with, Pitbull. We'll figure all this out. And like I said, I don't take credit for anything because, that's a lot of hard work. Like you said, getting the vendors, getting the charities. Our owner
here
here.
Gotta take credit because you guys have definitely been very accommodating for me when I come in there and do that. You guys are like, whatever you need, just go. And I'm like, are you sure?
I was like, I'm giving her free reign. I don't know if that's good, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I love it.
I have
but yeah,
to give
no,
you another
so
shout out, Yolanda. And a lot of things that many people may not know about Indian Motorcycle is that yes, they are very pro veteran, very pro first responder, and patriotic and all that. But you know what? I went on their website and I looked at a little bit more deeper dive into their charitable events, and their charitable services that people out there may not know,
right.
And they support the Wounded Warrior Project. So that's one with the veterans. And then I like the World Vision. They provide food, water, and shelter around the world. And did you know that? See,
I didn't know that.
I looked at some of their charitable events, and they really have some amazing. Indian does some great things around the world, not just locally. So World Vision providing food, water, and shelter around the world, and then the YWAM, the Youth with a Mission, and the version. And I'm going to go on to that one because I really like that one. The Youth Mission was really good. It brings a lot of our youths closer to religion and God and faith and everything else. And then the Version Bible app, the digital ministry, which I thought was so cool because I was like, I'm going to download that because it gives you, inspirational meaning, and it reminds you that, keep true to your faith. So I love your charitable events. I love your charitable causes that Indian has taken hold of, because these are amazing.
Yeah. So our owner, Mark Smith, is, he's like, hey, this is why we do this. We definitely have a tool. Our business is a tool to try to give back. World Vision is a big charity that we donate to. And, it's crazy to think that, the stuff that we take for granted, people are like, I wish we could have. Our owner actually donated, and we were able to put wells and running water in a lot of these places that don't even have running water. You're thinking like, I brushed my teeth and I let the faucet run. Well, these people don't even have access to clean drinking water.
Right.
So we're
helping do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah.
I
So
have no idea.
And you said it,
Yeah.
right, Yolanda, things that we take for granted, like putting on the water, just going to the faucet in our homes and putting on the water
Flushing
and
the
getting a glass of
toilet.
water, flushing
Your
the
morning
toilet, right?
pee might not
Yeah.
happen.
Right.
Exactly. So our owner is really big into giving back, the Wounded Warrior Project. Indian Motorcycle itself, last year, we actually donated, auctioned off a bike. It was a 2025 Sport Chief RT custom 1 of 1. And we actually raised $180,000.
Wow.
And it went to the Wounded Warrior Project. So, every year they do have what they call the Veterans Charity Ride. We get with veterans, amputees, because a lot of times, like, earlier in the show, you're talking about these guys are giving up basically their lives so we can have these freedoms. I wouldn't be able to sell motorcycles, ride motorcycles, or any of that stuff without these guys. And, it's a selfless thing, I think, is, I couldn't do it, but there are these people that are just like, this is what I want to do, especially for our freedoms. So it is something that we are very, very passionate about here. I don't know if y'all know this, but, right now, as a thank you to veterans, first responders, it's active, reserve, National Guard, retired police, firefighter personnel, volunteer, border patrol. If you buy a new bike right now, we will give you $1,000 in free accessories as a thank you.
Wow.
So that's a big thing. We also give you a 1-year, what we call elite status. So you get like VIP perks, but that is for our veterans. It's just, hey, it's a thank you. A lot of people buy bikes to escape, this is their therapy. It's like, hey, this is something I want to get my mind off of, what I've lived through. And, yeah. So
too, like
Wind
finding that connection.
Wind therapy is one of the best therapies.
Definitely.
I think it's the cheapest.
You get out of your own head.
Right. Exactly.
Flyers, Yolanda, of like that show what you were just talking about. If you could send those to me, I would love to share those.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's just, of course, I wish we could give out bikes left and right. Unfortunately, we can't, but that is just a little something that they do. And like I said, free accessories or apparel, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So,
Just think about it like Spokes for Hope. They give a bike to a kid.
Yeah.
I know that's a whole nother thing, but like you give a bike to a kid, it gives them all those things. You give a bike to a veteran.
Yes.
It's the same kind of therapy as an adult. And I love that it's like the big
we're
kid
all
getting
big
the
kids.
bike.
We're all big kids. Now, just not only the veterans and the first responders and all those people who serve, you also offer amazing rebates on first time bike buyers as well. And I saw it on your website, but I don't want to quote it because I don't want to misquote it. So I'll let you do it. I saw one of the rebates. You could quote it that you get when you purchase a new bike.
Yeah. So, right now too, we have so much going on right now. So like if you have a trade-in, if you're thinking about trading in, we're giving you an additional $2,500 towards your trade. Depending on, what bike you're looking at, like right now our 2025s, you can get up to $1,500 off, the price of the bike. So, we do try to do quite a bit, as far as that. So that is in addition to that $1,000 for honoring our heroes. And that's what we call it, honoring our heroes, But yeah, Indian is super big into that. If y'all don't know about the Veterans Charity Ride, that's another one that we put on. It is through Indian itself. Again, I can give y'all some more information so that way, you want to share it, that's great. But yeah, no, they do. It's kind of like Camp Shield, where we take, veterans on excursions. We let them borrow motorcycles. There are some times where they build custom sidecars for amputees so they can still enjoy that. And, that happens around, the time Sturgis happens. So definitely I can give y'all more information on that too. So, but, again, like I said, I couldn't be here doing what I do without that support. And, that's a big thing for us for sure here at the store. So like I said, I mean, again, I don't do it. I love what I do. I've been here for 12 years now. It's a great location. We tried 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some.
Actually just had my 18th anniversary with the company a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah. Before that, I worked at our Harley shop. And again, our Harley shop, same thing. We try to give back there as well. I'm gonna give them a little shout out, Fort Worth Harley. Definitely prefer you to buy an Indian motorcycle, but
another thing about your location, right here in Fort Worth.
I love the location because it's easy access.
It's definitely easy to get there, but you go in there, it's not overwhelming.
No.
It's not an overwhelming, huge conglomerate. It's very comfortable when you walk in.
It's like you're going to like your mom and pop.
Yeah, it's so comfortable.
Bike shop,
they got the leather couches, they got the TVs, they got the coffee on, but it's not overwhelming when you're like, oh my God, the choices are there and the helmets are there, the accessories are there, and it's like, it just
that and your staff doesn't come up to you like, hey,
right. Yeah.
It's
not like a car dealership.
Yeah, it's like a conversation. Like, hey, good to see you. Anything, pressure.
I feel like our store is very homey, and sometimes homey is like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But and I'm going to age myself because I always use this as a reference. But the show Cheers, you come in, everybody knows your name. They know your family, and that's kind of what we embody here at Fort Worth Indian Motorcycle. It's funny. I have customers all the time. They're like, Yolanda, I don't know how you remember me. And I was like, well, no, I'm just, but no, that's what it is. We want you to come in. We want you to, hey, John, hey, Trish, how are y'all doing? That's what my staff does. They're really good at it.
And I have to say that I haven't bought a motorcycle, but every time I walk in there, hey, Trish, it's like they know me. And I buy a shirt.
There's that 6-foot F-bomb.
I buy a t-shirt, and like you said, there's a new collection that you guys have out. I bought the new open side t-shirt. I love the designs. I love the vintage that you guys have. That Indian has in the clothes.
Yeah.
So I think people really. I think Indians really it's making a mark.
Yeah.
Because there's that kind of new vibe that these young kids have now, where it's like this. Greaser kind of vibe, and I feel like the Indian bikes kind of go with it.
You know what? I looked at the bobber, and it's almost like the Fonzie bike. Yes! It's almost like the happy Fonzie bike. But the
other thing I was there last year or whenever we were talking. In any bike that Indian has, so you might like the more streamlined greaser. I don't know the terms.
No, that's perfect.
Pardon, but you want to make that bike a bagger, you guys can make, am I not right or wrong? You guys can make any of the bikes a bagger, make any custom, you can put anything on it to customize it the way you want it. You might look at it so I don't know. I'm talking definitely she doesn't have a bike.
No, you're definitely right. My service and parts department, you just say, hey, this is what you do. This is what I'm looking for. They're definitely going to take you and say, hey, look, I have this option, but we definitely want to make your bike your own, right? I always feel like bikes are statement pieces as well, and you can kind of, look at a bike and kind of know that guy's personality or gal's personality, because I got a lot of lady riders too, but yeah, no, like I said, our staff's good. You just tell them what you need and they'll try to facilitate it for sure. Sometimes they're like, hey, I can't do it, but we definitely let you know that too. So
yeah, they're not going to string you along just to get the sale. They're going to let you know, yes, what fits you. I'm a 6-foot girl. You're going to put me on a bike that's going to fit my body, as opposed to this little Lulu who is best in show, who's 5'4". You're going to find a bike for her.
Yeah, like me. I always say,
maybe not 5'4". I don't know how.
I always like to say, I'm fun size, so you have to find a bike that fits me because I'm, I don't like to say short, but fun sized. Yeah.
Also, they know the rider. They know women riders. I mean, the leaders go there a lot. I mean, you guys have leader rides and stuff. I mean, there's women riders, guy riders, but they know the difference on a woman rider stance. In my opinion, there's a difference between a way a man's maybe going to ride and the women's going to ride. Right. And you guys can help them find the bike that's going to customize into that fit.
I forgot about the other thing. You brought this up when you brought up the leaders. I forgot about the Pediatric Brain Tumors
that was
Foundation.
A big ride.
That was a huge ride that you guys also host, the Pediatric Brain Tumors Foundation.
Even when it rained, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, we were out last year in the rain. And still, it was a great event.
We had crotch rockets and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people.
And that's the thing with us, we don't discriminate, we don't care if you're riding a Honda or a Kawasaki or, to me, it's community. Hey, one day you might get tired of that Kawasaki. You may want an Indian. Mm-hmm. We're very, we include everybody because that's just the way it should be. So that ride, which it is coming up again in October, we host it every year. And same thing for them, they were looking for a venue and, it's a charity, they don't have big pocketbooks. Like you were saying earlier, these are the events that people need to focus on because, a lot of times, they got kind of priced out of the venue they were at. Unfortunately, they don't have tons and tons of money. And Yolanda always hears about these things. And my husband says my heart is super big. And I'm like, hey, come on down, use my store. We'll donate some things. We'll figure it out. And we end up figuring it out and it happens. And again, but it takes a lot of people to make it happen. My staff's great. Everyone that we partner up with, I always just say, hey, what can we do? And I'll make it happen, and if I can't make it happen, we'll work on it. And next year, maybe we can get it going. But, every year I want it to be a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. So in October of this year, definitely keep your eyes out for the pediatric brain tumor. It's the DFW Ride for Kids is what the event is called. Yep. And what we do again is there's children out there that, are suffering from these, cancers and, we try to brighten up their lives. So we actually escort the kids on rides. We use trikes, we use sidecars.
I got my trike. I could put them on.
Nice. Heck yeah. So you could probably probably can help us and, take these kids out. But, we want to get their mind off doctor's appointments and, all of that stuff that they're having to deal with. And if you've never been to the ride, I definitely suggest it. I'm always trying not to cry because I see these kids and huge smiles on their faces. And, we just get them out for a day. And, hopefully, I think last year the organization raised over $40,000. And really, it's just to give these families just, a little bit of, light at the end of the tunnel because it's tough. I've had family members that have gone through some stuff like that, and it's not easy. And to make this a day for them, we call them superstars, right? The kids.
People in superhero costumes that showed up as well, and I love it. It was a great family-oriented event.
Yes. Definitely, our dealership is family oriented. We try to, embody that. And, like I said, our owner, super nice guy, huge heart. I mean, he gives to every charity he can, but that is one of the big ones too. So like I said, keep your eyes out. We usually post that stuff on our Facebook page. So just Fort Worth Indian Motorcycle on Facebook, same thing with Instagram. Better yet, just stop by, because we love to see you. Say hi,
Do you have? I know you're on your phone right now. We might take a little quick break, but do you have a chance to walk around and show us some of the bikes in the showroom?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me.
So we'll do a quick little commercial, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back, and then we'll have you and show us a little bit. We'll just kind of chat with you as you show us some good bikes.
Sounds good. Yeah,
right,
I'm ready.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to get into the Indian showroom. Don't miss it right after off commercial break.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Arkangelski, CEO and co-founder of Break Free Technologies, and this is Break Free, a motorcycle helmet accessory that easily mounts to pretty much any motorcycle helmet out there. and it's the simplest way to improve your visibility day or night. Brake Free's got a sensor array built into the unit itself, so there's nothing to mount to the motorcycle, there's no wiring, everything is inside the unit. It's got 100 ultra bright LED lights that light you up during the daytime and nighttime. Anytime you slow down, Brake Free activates, no matter how. Engine braking, downshifting, regular braking, emergency braking. You slow down, it turns on. Brake Free is a small company. We're only 4 co-founders and 1 employee at this point, and we're all passionate motorcycle enthusiasts. We love riding, and we've created this product for our community. We wanted to make sure that motorcycle riders are safe and seen out there on the roads. We saw a huge need for visibility, and that's why we've created this product.
Man, that was Brake Free. That was the Brake Free light. Cynthia has one of those
Cynthia,
Brake Free
which
lights
is
on
my
her.
battling Betty, Sassy Sin.
Sassy
who
Sin.
Yolanda was talking about. They've known each other for a while because Cynthia owns an Indian.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
bought it from Fort Worth Indian.
Yeah, the Brake Free light is an amazing safety feature.
It
that-
is. It really is.
It sits on the back of your helmet. It moves with you. It's light. It's not incumbent. You really
It
don't
goes
even
with the
feel it.
motion. It does the
Yep.
lights when needed. It just makes you more visible.
Visible. It puts you right in the eye line. It puts that light right in the eye line of the driver behind you. Oh, so what do we got here? Huh? Oh, she
Hold
got
on.
on mute.
There we go. So this right here, guys, is our 125th anniversary Scout Bobber. Just wanted to kind of give you all a sneak peek on this one. Beautiful bike.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's actually a numbered bike. So this one's number 6 of 450.
Wow.
So is numbered. But yeah, this is our showroom here, guys. A lot of beautiful bikes. We have something for everyone, I like to say. This is our Sport Chief RT. It's a beautiful bike too. We got our Challengers. But yeah, like I said, I mean, we have, it's a one-stop shop. We have apparel, we have riding gear, for sure the motorcycles. I think right now this is probably one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
I like blues
Blue one
though.
back there.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's a nice blue.
Yes, yeah.
Gum barrel gray. That gum
Yeah,
barrel
yep.
gray always gets me. But I love that deep. I call it the Indian red. Did
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
got
yeah.
a certain Indian color red that you guys use? I love.
Yeah, I think we got you on this one the other day, but it's our our Challenger.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one's a sunset red smoke. So that one is a gorgeous motorcycle. Also have some more elites. Here's my staff here. Say hi, guys. Hi, guys.
Hey!
But yeah, like I said,
showroom. I mean, the artwork on the walls and everything, the way you guys have everything displayed. You guys got a little coffee bar.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys?
I mean, and colors of the bikes. I mean, of course, I'm a chick. I'm gonna think of the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
You got every color you can think of. I mean, that's gonna match your outfit.
Yes, for sure. Like I said, we
Hikers, you got your Sportsters, you got like every kind of riding style showcased in your showroom. People
Yes,
really
yes.
need to venture out of what they already know and really look at Indian, man. They really do.
for sure. I was like, don't sleep on us, guys, for sure.
Yeah. So are you guys doing like you guys got a thing going on, promotions or anything for bikes right now?
So let me flip around. So yeah, we do have some promotions going on right now. Like I said, you can get up to $1,500 off on our 25 models, depending on the model. Also have trade-in incentives. So, if you have a bike, you're thinking about, hey, I think it's time to upgrade. You can get up to $2,500 on top of trade value. So, say your bike's worth X, you can get a little bit more on top of that, which is nice. So definitely is time to buy. That does end this month.
Right.
But next month we'll probably have some more rebates and incentives for you guys. So yeah, like I said, just give us a call here. I don't want to. It's not why I did this to promote the store or get any,
That's why we're doing
anything
it,
like
baby.
that. But
Promote the shit out of it.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I said, they can call us. They can see us on Facebook. Our website has all our inventory. Like I said, like us on Facebook, Instagram. You might have to see me sometimes do videos. My staff definitely jumps in there too. But like I said, we try to have fun here. It's a good time. So
we love you, Yolanda. I
Yes.
mean, I love working with you for the past 2 years now. or year and a half. And anytime you have any specials with Indian, please send them our way. We are
For
going to
sure.
you guys. We love your shop. We want your shop to get, everything that we want to, promotions, get the word out. We love your shop. We want
Thank you.
I think Indian's coming back up.
They
I
are.
have to
for
say,
sure.
like, I have Harleys in my garage, but like when I go to Indian, I'm like, baby, maybe I like this one.
Come on.
Maybe I like this one.
But yeah, like I said, just if anyone hears about us on the show, mention the show here at the store, and maybe you'll get a little special incentive. So just FYI, throw that out there. I like it.
You get a little keychain.
Yeah, something. Hey,
coffee.
Yeah.
hey, if it's free, it's for me, right? But yeah, I wish I could stay on here all day, guys, but I got to get out of here. They're making me work, unfortunately.
And thank you for showing us the beautiful bikes. I
Yes.
love
Yeah.
everything we did today, and I will talk to you soon, sweetheart. I
Thank
love
you.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, John.
Take care, guys. All right, that was Yolanda with Indian Motorcycle here in Fort Worth at 3008 West Normandale Street in Fort Worth. Give them a call, 817-916-5500. That's 817-916-5500. Keep on the lookout for the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation ride that's coming up in October, plus all the specials they have running, the trade-ins, the rebates, the veteran incentives, the first responder incentives. Go see Yolanda or one of the amazing sales team over at Indian and get yourself riding this year because it is the best therapy
It's
that you
time.
can have, man.
Get out there and be a badass.
Be a badass.
Be a badass. Get off the couch and be a badass. Don't
You
just
tell 'em.
listen to us.
You tell them. Well, speaking about badasses, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about the badasses at Carry the Load that was here in Riversham Park in Dallas right after this.
Your bike turns heads. Your gear should too. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company has classic leathers and bold new designs you won't find anywhere else. Shop top brands plus exclusive MMCC originals. Right now, our listeners get 20% off their entire order. Use promo code 99%. Visit MilwaukeeMotorcycleClothing.com today.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner. Not just a case, but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
That was us over 10 years ago.
Now, LifeVac is responsible for saving over 2,000 lives from choking.
We started this company in our garage, just hoping to make a difference, because over 5,000 lives are needlessly lost each year to choking incidents.
Help LifeVac on our mission to save lives.
In the time it takes you to pick up the phone and call, another life could be saved.
LifeVac's patented design creates a one-way suction to remove food or objects obstructing airways. All you have to do is place, push, and pull. And just like that, LifeVac can save a life from choking.
Quite frankly, I thought I was going to die. The LifeVac saved my life in 1-2 seconds.
Get your very own LifeVac now and get 20% off. Visit lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac.
As my personal promise to you, if you order a LifeVac and have to use it, LifeVac will replace it free.
LifeVac works on adults, teens, or toddlers and can be ready in seconds and last a lifetime, guaranteed.
Best of all, you can even use a LifeVac on yourself, the elderly, physically impaired, or those that other methods may not be possible or are dangerous. In the event of a choking emergency, you could save a life, even your own.
Thank you, Daddy.
Life is precious and time matters.
Choking can happen anywhere. Help us put a LifeVac in every home, school, restaurant, car, office, everywhere.
Protecting families has always been our mission. I'm sure you love your family like I love my daughter. Do us all a favor and get your own LifeVac now.
LifeVac saves lives. Order one for your home, the office. It also makes a great gift. Use promo code Jackie and save 20%. Don't wait another minute. A life might depend on it. Go to lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac. That's lifevac.net or 877-LifeVac. Order now.
To 99. Hey, quick shout out to Arthur Lee and his team on LifeVac. They just hit their 6,000 save from a choking incident.
Really?
God bless. Yes, 6,000 saves. Go to lifevac.net. Don't settle for the imitations. They are the original. They are the ones patented. Go to lifevac.net. It's the best present you want to buy that you hope you never have to open.
Absolutely.
My kids carry it in the car with them for their grandkids and the whole bit.
If you
because,
got little ones,
you need to have
put it on that baby registry.
Yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you, I know we both have grandbabies
Yeah,
coming in August.
Yeah.
And I know my other grandbaby has one. I
Yep.
gave it to her mom, the one that I
Yep,
won.
yep.
And I mean, it's something you want to have in the car for one, because driving as a mom, you're in the front seat, they're in the back. If something happens, they're eating their snacks. So you do give them snacks. You give them whatever to keep them quiet.
And then if
And
they're
then
in a car seat,
something, and then you have that limited amount of time to get off the road, get out of the car, grab that thing, and
yep.
I mean, you need every second counts. So something like that is like, and I heard it even works on animals.
Yep.
So, I mean,
they've had
and
it
another
work on
thing,
them.
I was also a caregiver to an elderly. I was taking care of a senior, is what we call him. He's a 85-year-old Vietnam Agent Orange veteran. I was taking care of him for about a year until we unfortunately had to put him in a home. But having that in the house, I mean, you don't think older. You do after you really think about it, but they're eating. I mean, it's actually more common
in
than
elderly,
a toddler. So if you have an elderly, having this is, I'm going to tell you, I've had to do a Heimlich on an elderly, and it is the most terrifying thing that I've ever had to do, because they are so fragile.
Yep.
And you are just terrified.
So you're not doing it all. You don't want to hurt them.
because you're terrified.
Yep.
You want to, but you're just like, I don't know, because you're going to.
Natural instinct,
You're gonna-
natural human instinct makes you not do the Heimlich maneuver
And
properly
having
if
a-
you have not trained.
Yeah, and having something that's not invasive to the chest, like having to do
Yep.
that to somebody and just go over the mouth. It's a cup that goes over the mouth. It's like a
The
plunger.
is exactly
it
what it
literally
is.
goes over the mouth and pops it out. So like if you have an elderly, we were at a restaurant, and I'm going to tell you, it took me a little bit. I was
Scary.
flustered
Yep.
after, because he was going like this, but he didn't do the normal
Sign.
I'm choking. I kept going, "Are you okay?" And he was like telling me no, and I'm like, I knew it wasn't
knew.
what he meant. So I had to like get behind him, and like I said, he's 85 years old. He's in a wheelchair, and he's starting to, and I'm going, oh my gosh, because if I'm doing this, I'm doing this,
Right.
and I'm gonna hurt him, which I hate to say it, but when you do the Heimlich on an elderly person, you're gonna hurt them.
It's either hurt them or they're gonna die of choking. So I mean, it's
So
it's
like
not an
having
easy thing to
something
do.
that can easily come out of your purse and just do that instead of like grabbing him. One, being in a wheelchair is difficult because now I have to get him up high enough.
And you're lucky because you're tall. But how
Luckily-
about for those women that are
Think
like
about this. I'm a
5'5", 5'6"?
demonstration. This is a guy in a wheelchair, and I'm now standing above him and needing to do the Heimlich. I cannot get behind him to do the Heimlich. I'm going to have to lift him up, pull him on the floor,
Yep.
or do the Heimlich that way. So stressful, and minutes count. I'm not going to lie. I was beating sweat, and it was seconds. And like just being able to have that, and I didn't have it in my purse at that time.
But now you feel
So I
comfortable
had
in
to
that.
like do this whole thing, get him out of the wheelchair, get him on the floor. Of course, the whole restaurant's now involved.
All looking at you like
all
to do
looking at
something.
me. And but having that and just being like,
Yep.
done.
Usually within three pumps, that the obstruction will dislodge. It's got a two-way valve in it, so air doesn't get pushed in. Air only it only
so when you
sucks it
push
out.
back in and do it, you're not doing any damage. It's
Yep.
strictly
It's
suction
just
out.
believe it or not, it's just like plunging your sink in your toilet.
Mhm.
Boom,
But better,
and
actually.
it comes right out. So lifevac.net, go to lifevac.net and order yours today. 6,000 saves. That account, and if you ever watch his videos, he's got all the pictures
Oh, I
in
know
his
that the room.
all in the room of all he had it now stuck on to the roof, and he had to build out. So
Mhm.
God bless you, Arthur Lee. Appreciate your
Yes.
great invention
Is-
of LifeVac. So now let's talk about some other heroes. Let's take red off real
Oh,
quick.
I took your notes.
You took my notes. Getting back onto the patriotic aspect of here in Dallas, we went to
We never get
as a
off
badge
of
of honor, we went to Carry the Load, which we are a proud nonprofit partner with them, and it was so emotional. It was so rewarding in so many different fields. And what they do at Rivershon Park is they put the storyboards out with the photos of so many lost veterans and first responders dating back. I saw some dating back to 1862 of police officers who were shot in the line of duty, and it says gunfire, shot in the line of duty, and their pictures with their names and their story on how they were shot. And there were family members, great grandkids of those people that were there, and they say you die twice. You don't just die once, you die twice. You die when your heart stops and they put you in the ground. You die a second time when people stop saying your name or they forget about you. And Carry the Load will never allow someone to die twice. And a big kudos to the two Navy SEALs started this back in 2011. Clint Bruce and Stephen Holly. Do you have the picture of it should be a group picture in there. Clint Bruce came over to our tent and our table, and he's a big dude, real nice, very, very mellow, and he's humbled by everybody, the thousands of people that's Clint Bruce right in the middle. So they never thought this was going to take off. And what they did was they started in their company. They only had like 30 people doing this walk. And some people were like, this is never going to take off. It's never going to take off. But it finally did. And now they have 46 states that are doing this. They walk and they culminate here in Rivershon Park. They start in Memorial May around the 1st, and everybody comes and walks to the park, passing the flags and coming to and celebrating it on Memorial Day. So Carry the Load is a nonprofit organization that exists to actively connect Americans to the sacrifices made by our military first responders and their families. What started in 2011 as a grassroots efforts by veteran U.S. Navy SEALs Clint Bruce and Stephen Holly has grown into a nationwide movement with people honoring and remembering our nation's heroes throughout the year. Carry the Load is built on more than events or fundraisers. It's driven by clear mission and vision that shape how we serve, remember, and support those affected by service. These principles guide our actions and keep work focused on a lasting impact. $50,000 of $50K of donations, 34 5K participants, and 93% of that goes all back to programs over the 100 events that they serve. They've raised over $40 million in the since the inception, and all the money goes back to the nonprofit partners. You raise money throughout the year, and all that money raised throughout the events go back to help these grassroots organizations, such as the Badge of Honor. I told Camp Shield about it to hook them up. It's almost like what TK does with the celebrity softball. You know, he brings in all these celebrities and all these athletes for one reason: to give back to the nonprofits that raise money.
And I think the big thing is, like, what I've noticed is about people that are doing it for them, not for themselves. They are doing it for the organization. They're not out there just to promote an organization to promote themselves. These are true people that are promoting that celebrity softball and all the other organizations that we support.
Yeah.
It's not about the image. It's like, oh, it's not, look at me, I'm doing this. It is the grassroots of organization, what we need to focus on, what we need to showcase. I mean, a lot
the Green
of, like
Star
we said,
Families of America, Heroes in the Sky,
these don't,
and so many more.
They're not about, like, look at me, like Fox Forward, like, I mean, or whoever news does. They only do certain events. We're not getting
the big money events.
The big money events. These are the events that are organized by the grassroots people. I keep throwing that out there, but they don't have the money in their pocket to host these events, but they need to, because they got, how else do they get the money?
Right. And that's
how
why
else do they do an event? They have to get donators and people that give their time and volunteers to do these events. I mean, these are the events that need to be showcased more than somebody that's just throwing money.
Well, that's just like we just spoke to Yolanda with Indian. You know, she said that she took on the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation memorial, the ride for the kids, because they were priced out of their last venue. The last venue was charging them too much money, and they were and Yolanda just said, "No, I'll open my doors for you. No, you know, no charge. Use my space.
No charge.
I want to do it for the kids." So that now all that money that they were renting the space for, they can save and give to the kids and to give to the families. So that's what it's all about.
That is what it's about. It's not about people doing these events for their own pocket. I do see that a lot, where people put it in their pocket because they're not being watched.
Right.
It's the best way I can
like
put
Tim
it.
Walz, Feed the Children, embezzling all that money out there for the COVID funds. See you in jail there, Tim Walz, and Omar and whatever your name is.
How's that taste?
How's that taste?
How's that taste?
The douchebag stamp. All right. Well, we're going to bring on Mongo. Is Mongo on? Is he sitting in his chair? He's ready. Did he look up? Are you ready, Mongo? We're going to go a little early.
Did you nudge him? We need to have a little zapper.
Need a zapper.
Mongo, you're on.
Yeah, because we're going to go a little early with Mongo, because I know Mongo has a pretty detailed Mongo log today. And I do want to, before we start his Mongo log, I want to discuss this UFO declassification that has been all over the news, and it's pretty intriguing. So without further ado, let's do the Mongo log open and bring on Mongo.
Mongo! Santa Maria!
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
Gotta love that, man.
Mongo.
I'm here.
Hey.
Mongo. I have to say, you were a name in my bedroom.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I know. We were watching American Cartel. I finally got to sit down and watch it with my husband. And I have to say, I'm speechless. I mean, I know. Like, I'm known. But like, to see it on that series was amazing. Like, and I'm gonna tell everybody, it's on Amazon Prime, where I saw it. It was $2.99 per episode. Don't do that. Buy the $5.99, because you're gonna want to watch the next two, because you're going to want to find out how they caught the motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, and I've told you this before on the air, but the way they portray the capture is not exactly true to life.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they show the agent walking him back across the bridge in handcuffs. That event never happened. He was placed into the trunk of a car in San Isidro and left in the McDonald's parking lot in the heat. And a phone call was made and said, hey, you might want to check the trunk of this particular car in this parking lot because, you know, and they did. And sure as shit, there the guy was waiting to be arrested by the U.S. authorities.
Yeah, they couldn't. They can't show that on Discovery.
No, but I have to say, like,
play right.
Because I'm a crime junkie and I love it. Has to be done right to keep my attention. Of course, it's going to keep my attention because you were in it, but like, it was done right. The whole documentary was done right. I mean, how they led up to it, all of it, and then I see you in your cowboy hat and cut, and I'm like, that's fucking Mongo.
And they came out to Texas, interviewed me at my house in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But I have to say, I did watch it, loved it, and
Springer's not happy that she screamed out Mongo 4 times. But
But I appreciate you, baby, and I'm honored. And I say this to my family. I'm not gonna lie. I say this to my family. I'm like, I talk about you in Sideshow, and I'm like, I'm not worthy to be on this show because you guys are like heroes. I'm just this girl that dresses up in costume and has bad jokes. And I love you guys, and I am not worthy, and I love you.
You are very.
You know what? It's a job that we did. We love doing it. And we knew some of the consequences of that job. It didn't matter. We did the job.
Yep.
And, you know, sometimes some bad shit happens, but we did the job and we enjoyed it.
Well, we're both blessed that you are here and a part of the 99. And, you know, we're all family here. So we are blessed
just
to
a
have
redheaded
you here
stepchild
and be here. So thank you, Mongo.
Thank you.
Hey, I know you got a long Mongo log. Is it about the UFOs?
This was not about the UFOs, but it's like one page longer, but I actually cut a lot out. But yeah, it's a little bit longer, but it's not about UFOs today.
Okay, I want to ask you something because I ended up printing this stuff out today with the UFO declassification, man. I want your thoughts on that because this is some pretty crazy shit that's going on.
I'm hoping because right now, kind of everything that we're getting is kind of vanilla. And I'm hoping that either somebody that's getting kicked out of Congress or out of the Senate just says, you know what, screw it. Here's what's going on. And they actually lay some information out there that we're not ready for.
Yeah. Well, they had a guy who worked on a lot of the projects. He was a CIA employee. He said he worked on not so much the alien aspect, but a lot of the mechanicals parts behind it. And he said, there's a lot of stuff. He goes, I think this should be coming out. He goes, but there's a lot of stuff. He goes, we cannot say. He goes, because it's a threat to our nation because of technology. They don't want China or Russia getting involved in it. But he was pretty true to the fact. He's like, man, he goes, there are things out there. He goes, I think the public's ready to hear about it. He goes, and I'm glad. He goes, and I'm glad they're declassifying. They've declassified, I think, over 17 huge files so far. And man, everything from back in 1947 when Billy Bob and Jim Bob were out there fishing with a 6-pack of beer.
Daryl.
They were right on spot when they saw that UFO.
Oh,
finally, all that probing, and they've finally been they've been not relieved, but people finally believe them.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird that we're on air talking about aliens. I feel like there's like an imposter thing. But it's the government let it out. I mean, it's legit.
Trump let it out. He said he was going to declassify it. He did it, you know. And when you think, and we were talking prior, you know, when we talk about the pyramids, right? The pyramids were built, you know.
Ain't nobody cutting that stone like that.
Yeah, nobody's cutting those stones or all the stuff with there was no forklifts or bulldozers back there to put all those 1,000-pound stones together like that.
And they talk about the alignment of the pyramids with the stars up above. And I don't know if maybe that's just a coincidence, but it's pretty interesting.
It is.
I mean, they had a lot of time on their hands with
pretty wild.
But still.
I know. Well,
Mongo.
Yeah. So you can go check out the declassification files on the FBI website. They do have it. They're talking about the crash in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. They're talking about, Nevada, Area 51, some of the shit that's housed there, and the extraterrestrial highway. California, the sighting leader.
This
and the
feels like this is a conversation
it's
where
crazy.
the Democrats and Republicans, this is the only thing that we might come together
Well,
on.
maybe all the Democrats are really aliens because, I think all the Democrats are
Because
pretty.
didn't all the
they're aliens.
Democrats try to storm Area 51 not too long ago? Like, we'll fucking
Well,
shoot
see, if you look at Men in Black, and they show those aliens, one of them was Hillary Clinton. So they're like the Simpsons. They're pre-showing you who the aliens are.
I'm going to feel the Simpsons more.
All right, Mongo. Without further ado, man, I can't wait to hear this monologue because I know you put a lot of work into it, a lot of time, effort. Once again, for those who do not know what the monologue is, Mongo spends, many, many hours researching different networks, different sources. He doesn't just come from one side. He comes from all sides, puts it into his perspective, puts it down on paper, and he shares it with you. So without further ado, the famous monologue.
All right, here we go. All right, left-wing politics are getting lefter. Communism aims for ownership of the means of production and seeks to eliminate social classes. It has historically faced significant challenges and criticisms regarding its implementation and effectiveness. Many argue that liberal democracy has proven more adaptable and successful in addressing social needs and injustices. Communism advocates for the collective means of financial support and to eliminate private property. The ultimate goal is to create a society without social classes where resources are distributed based on needs rather than wealth. Despite its ideals, communism has faced significant challenges. Now, stand by for this shocking information. Historically, communism regimes have struggled with authoritarianism, leading to oppression rather than the promised equality. Centralized planning has often resulted in economic stagnation and shortages, as seen in various historical examples. While communism presents an appealing and pie-in-the-sky vision of equality and shared resources, its historical applications have often led to significant drawbacks. In contrast, liberal democracy has proven more effective in balancing individual freedoms with social justice, making it a more adaptable system for addressing the complexities of modern Western society. The media's portrayal of success can sometimes focus on sensationalism or a negativity, which may contribute to a perception of dislike or an individual's personal achievements. Individual success often elicits mixed reactions from those around us. While some celebrate these achievements, others may feel threatened or inadequate because of them. This response can stem from various factors, including personal insecurities, media commentary, and social pressures. While success can inspire, it can also provoke negative feelings, which are exacerbated by how the media chooses to present these narratives. Understanding these dynamics can help you foster a more supportive environment for celebrating achievements. If you're like most people, you might think of various career milestones, a higher salary, or attaining a certain social status. These ideas of success are everywhere, on social media, in the news, and even in casual conversations. They're so common that it's easy to believe that they're the only measurement that matter. But here's the thing, success is relative. Seeing friends or influencers post about their latest promotions, luxury purchases, or their perfect lives can make us feel like we're falling behind. This comparison trap is everywhere, and it's exhausting. Unfortunately, our society promotes a narrow view of success. We're often told that success looks like working a high-paying job, buying a house, and accumulating wealth or influence. It convinces us that success is an external achievement rather than an internal fulfillment. When we pursue a vision of success based on what others expect, we miss out on what actually makes us happy. The truth is, success means different things to different people. Success might mean running a business for one person, while for another it could mean creating art, raising a family, or making a difference in your community. It's all relative. Your vision of success can look completely different from mine, and that's okay. As a matter of fact, it's essential. Chasing someone else's vision of success will never feel as fulfilling as living life by your own definition. 12 is brought to mind. Think about what you truly value in life. Is it creativity, family, helping others, personal growth, or is it something completely internal to your own vision of success? These values are solely your compass, guiding you towards life that feels meaningful. The clearer you are about your values, the easier it is to resist the pressures to live according to other people's expectations. At the end of the day, or even at the end of your life, what will you be proud of? What will make you feel fulfilled? The more you compare yourself to others, the harder it is to stay on your path. And here's the truth. The only validation that matters is your own. In the end, success is about more than your external achievements. It's about finding a path that aligns with your core values and brings you genuine joy. It's about living a life that when you look back, it feels meaningful and complete. Celebrities and many various wealthy individuals often support left-wing politics due to a combination of personal beliefs, social awareness, and the influence of their creative industries, which tend to lean liberal. This alignment is often rooted in a belief in progressive values that resonate with their public personas and fan bases. Historically, many artists and entertainers have, in my opinion, have held liberal views, as creativity and liberalism are often seen as interconnected. This trend is reflected in the political affiliations of many public figures. These factors collectively contribute to the tendency of celebrities and wealthy individuals to support left-wing policies. Here's the truth about these types of people. They have no idea what it's like to live in the real world, to hold a real job and to worry about making it from paycheck to paycheck while being able to feed their kids and pay all of their bills. These people live in a fantasy land. To all of the celebrities and the mega athletes out there, congratulations to you all. I don't hate you or wish you ill will. I'm actually too busy living my life and not too concerned about yours. The Hollywood elites embrace the socialism. The Hollywood elites' embrace of socialism stands as a glaring contradiction to the wealth that they have amassed in the free market system. Celebrities like Susan Sarandon, Mark Ruffalo, and Bernie Sanders himself frequently advocate for policies that advocate wealth redistribution, demonize the rich, and decree the inadequacies produced by capitalism, despite being members of the very system that they claim to oppose. The entertainment industry has long played a pivotal role in shaping public opinion, and Hollywood's outspoken socialist elite play a significant role in advancing the progressive agenda. However, the hypocrisy of these celebrities who accumulate millions through the very capitalism system that they criticize calls into question their commitment to the cause that they profess to support. They are so high and mighty that they don't even see their hypocrisy of the largest order. Hollywood is often seen as a land of dreams where people who are from humble beginnings advocate fame and fortune. The iconic rags to riches stories of actors and directors making it big resonate globally, and the entertainment industry represents the pinnacle of success for many aspiring individuals in the world of make-believe. From the multi-million-dollar mansions to luxury cars, special treatment, and private jets, the wealth of Hollywood elite is a constant reminder of the riches that come from fame. Celebrities continue to enjoy a lavish lifestyle, but they also become vocal advocates for socialism. The support for Bernie Sanders from Hollywood's elite is a striking example of the disconnect between the socialist rhetoric espoused by these very celebrities and the reality of their wealth. While Hollywood celebrities loudly advocate for socialism, they also benefit immensely from capitalism. The very industry they work in, film production, is built on the principle of profit and loss, supply and demand, and competition. The massive salaries paid to these movie stars and their lucrative deals struck with the production companies are the result of capitalism at work. The entertainment industry is a for-profit driven business where the best and the brightest talent is compensated handsomely for their work, while lesser talents fall by the wayside. This paradox becomes more evident when you consider how the Hollywood elite celebrities earn millions from a system that they support policies that seek to redistribute there we go, wealth and impose higher taxes on everyone else. This is a reminder for the rest of us that these assholes are drunk on their fame with no concept of the real world. Believe me, if I were rich enough and dumb enough to light my cigars every day with $100 bills, I would probably keep my opinion about myself, about my wealth, to myself. If socialism is truly the answer to income inequality, then why do these celebrities continue to benefit from the capitalist system while publicly supporting the very politics that they would likely reduce their wealth? The answer is that these idiots don't know what reality actually looks like. They live in a fantasy world. Since acquiring fame, they have never had to budget their money or make sacrifices from time to time. A complete totalitarian government would likely suppress individual freedoms and dissent, which would lead to a false sense of unity and security among some leftist groups who might believe their ideological goals are being achieved. Totalitarianism is a political system that seeks to control nearly every aspect of public and private life while often supporting individual freedoms and dissent. This system is characterized by a single party rule. It's typically led by a dictator and relies on an official ideology that dictates the beliefs and actions of the populace. Unfortunately, most on the left are just stupid enough to think that it would all just work out. Nowadays, you can't watch the news without seeing a huge demonstration of unemployed losers, many of whom have actually attended some college while working towards a degree in unspecified gender equality, equity, or gender studies in a world where actual science only recognizes 2 human genders. The last listed course of study would be considered a complete fabrication by the left. They would never admit that there are only 2 genders. Leftist attitudes are characterized by favoring punishment of those who dissent from the group opinion and expecting everyone to hold the same left-wing views, believing that there is only one and moral perspective. Many left-wingers struggle with skills like perspective taking, flexible thinking, gauging others' perspectives of very moral personal belief systems. Members of the left are more emotionally reactive. Evidence of this can be seen on those hilarious videos of left-wing protesters throwing childish temper tantrums. Today, unfortunately, the left uses strategies of bullying or shaming those of different viewpoints and advocates for censorship of different opinions. Our ability to change ourselves and the way that we react to what happens to us in life is largely a function of choice. I choose to cast a vote on election day. If by chance my candidate loses, then I'll wait until the next election day and try again. Win or lose, the system always seems to find a way to screw us all in the end anyway. It's just a matter of, will I be screwed with lubricant or am I going to take it hard and raw? What I am now going to do is throw a fit. What I am not going to do is throw a fit because my candidate or ballot measure lost in the election. And that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age, and I improve with whiskey. My name is Mongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. Mongo is out, and now back to you in the studio.
All right, Mongo. You know, I got so much to say on this because this was a great topic. First off, when I talked about Tim Walz and the other mayor, with the douchebag stamps on their head, Hollywood, bunch of hypocrites.
Yep.
Bunch of hypocrites. I'm sorry you're going through puberty. I hear your voice going up and down. You sound like Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch.
I will eventually mature.
No, but all these friggin' high society types and all these hypocrites that are out there that are living in $40 million mansions. They don't have to work for shit. They were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They have no idea what reality is all about, what the blue collar workers doing out there. So they have
like Billie Eilish.
Yeah. She's top of the list.
Well, I'm taking stolen land. Bitch, your house is on stolen land.
Yeah. But all these rich Hollywood types built their fortune on capitalism. They fought for the money to act and be a clown on TV, and we supported them. And now they're shitting on us because they got up to those high clouds, those high golden clouds, and now they're shitting all over the same fan base that got them to where they are, you know.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to answer to it one day, you know, when they meet their maker. When you talk about success, me and Pipple were just talking about, you know, with Carry the Load and the Pinups and Pistons, you know, that's fulfillment. You can't put a price tag or a value on what the 99 did this past weekend, just giving back to the community. You know, that's success right there. That there's you can't, no dollar bill is going to put fulfillment onto that we got this weekend.
Yeah. The success has to be all internal. I mean, you can have things and you can have money and you can have fame, but it has to be internal. And if you don't feel that you fulfilled what you're able to do or what you wanted to do, then it's nothing. I mean,
right. You know, and
you can't take the dollars with you.
No, you can't. Somebody else will get it in your inheritance. And, you know, we talk. I don't know if we talked about this last week when we talked about the Blue Dot specials that are going on. All these singers are canceling their concerts across the nation because nobody's buying tickets. Nobody can afford a $250 or a $300 ticket. You know, so they're saying, "Oh, I have a medical issue," or due to unforeseen circumstances, we have to cancel. No, they're being called out because nobody could purchase those tickets anymore because they want more and more money. Right here in Dallas, Texas, you know, we're hosting FIFA, the soccer tournament. It was on the news today that they only have, and this starts next week, 35% of tickets sold. So I went on to the ticket prices for these friggin' the soccer event. I couldn't find a ticket under $1,000. One ticket.
That's a lot of money to watch 1 point being scored.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't find one in AT&T Stadium.
You know where I'm going? Mark's Patio.
Yeah.
Tattoo Mark's Patio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it from there.
Yeah, that's right. You go watch
the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to watch a soccer game for $1,000 a seat plus $500 for parking or $250 for parking.
People flew here.
It's crazy.
People flew here.
Nobody's here because they only have 35% of the ticket sales, and it starts next week. They are so under sales because they price themselves out. They price themselves out, and you know what? Good for you, man.
And you walk out with a shitty T-shirt.
Yeah.
An expensive shitty T-shirt.
Yeah, expensive shitty T-shirt.
Yes. And Mongo, I got your text before. We are making up new T-shirts, but I will send you them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we're making up new T-shirts and new swag, so we'll have all that within the next couple
I don't know
of weeks.
if it's gonna fit your bod.
I'll make it work.
We're gonna make a special
With
Mongo log
he's
shirt.
all working out and stuff.
We're gonna have a Mongo log shirt special for the famous Mongo log.
I
And,
Mongo and I know shit.
Yeah, all right.
Women scream my name.
They say it in their bedroom.
See? Well, I just heard it. I just heard it in the background.
dogs heard
The dogs heard it. The dogs are screaming Mongo. But
so many jokes.
yeah. So we just what are your thoughts on the midterms? Any
you know, it's I'm glad that Trump stepped in and supported the candidates that he supported, but Trump is not doing anybody any favors right now by prolonging this bullshit over here in the Middle East.
Yep.
So we're going to see what happens. I mean, there's still a lot of time. The media makes it seem like it's got to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Enjoy your summer because the political season is not even going to start till summer starts to end.
Right.
Then we'll see what happens. I think the Republicans have a good chance of keeping control of the House. We'll see about the Senate. So who knows? But I'm really happy that all of these redistricting plans have failed flat and basically backfired on the Democrats. It's like just let the people vote for who they want to vote for. Don't try to gerrymander and redistrict things. It's all screwing things up.
It all speaks for themselves, and a lot of people are seeing the light.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you saw. I don't know if you saw the video before where where they had that veteran up over in Frisco about all this stuff that's coming in, and this is stuff all the Democrats want. They want all these illegals in for the voting base. They want all these third world country people in here for the voting base. That's what they want. That's why they want them here. That's why they don't care about anybody else, because they know they lost the American public. They want the immigrants here in the millions to vote for them.
And I just had a thought today, because I walked by my counter and I saw the mail-in ballot forms were on the counter for my wife and I. And a thought came to me. I said, what stops somebody from filling out the mail-in ballots and mailing them in, and then showing up on election day and voting in person on election day?
Right.
Right. That's California for you.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that works. I mean, I would hope they've got something in place that catches that. But I don't know. I mean,
I'm just ignorant maybe, but it just seems easy. Like, we all have a thumbprint. Why can't we have like just like you unlock your phone, you're voting, okay, thumbprint.
To get your
boom.
Driver's license, you got to put your thumbprint down.
You got to do all these things to be legit. I have to go to Google to get a Sam's Plus card, but yet I get a mail-in ballot. I mean, come on.
What are gas prices over in California now?
$17.99.
We're over $6.25 a gallon right now.
Over $6 a gallon for regular?
That's Costco. Costco is the cheapest, and it's over $6 a gallon.
Holy crap!
I filled up my truck last week before the prices went up higher, and it was $150.
Oh my God, man! Newsom
Yeah,
has to pay for that $33,000 taxpayer portrait he hung in City Hall.
Yeah, no, I feel good that I pay those kind of prices. So, yeah, the quicker I get out of California, the better.
Talk about no lube.
That's right.
Man, $6. Holy crap!
Hey, I honestly, I plan my days out
in California,
because when I go to the gym in the morning, I plan. Do I need anything from the store? What do I need? And can I do it at one store? Do I have to go to Walmart, or do I have to go to the grocery store? Because I'm going to go to the gym, the store, and home. And I'm not going out again until tomorrow.
Get your Walmart Plus.
But
They
it's funny,
deliver.
you just
What
said
is-
the
what
delivery,
it-
delivery charges got to be high
Probably.
because the transportation, they got to pay for those gas to get to your
Well,
house.
then they
So-
got to pay for the goobers and their e-bikes.
yeah,
and
I mean,
shit.
I'm sure that
California
money
ain't
goes.
cheap.
That's up.
So what's the minimum wage in California? I'm curious.
I have no idea.
Because I mean, like, you would think like, what? I mean, if our minimum wage is a certain amount,
Ours is like $7.25, I think.
and if their gas prices are a certain amount, you think the minimum wage. That's how my mind
Yeah,
works.
no,
like, would the minimum wage like?
It doesn't roll off.
It doesn't go.
doesn't-
So how
no.
do they expect people to survive?
Well, I know I've seen
And people are
articles
thinking
where-
this is Trump. It ain't fucking Trump.
I've seen a lot of articles where the California politicians are looking to make the minimum wage in the high 20s and $30 range for minimum wage for nothing, for like McDonald's employees.
Yeah, and then you're going to be paying $15 for a Big Mac for fake meat.
Right.
Then you're gonna collapse McDonald's. You
Yeah.
can't do that. There's got to be. That's what basic economics is. You can't price out. You can't do a minimum wage of $15, $20. You're going to price these small shops out of business.
Yeah, they need to fix this because all the Californians are coming here. We need to fix this.
Well, as long as they go there and are smart about it and don't go there and go, well, I always voted for the Democrats before, so I'll vote for the Democrats again.
When I sit down next to somebody, what? Well, in California, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We got to play it out. We've gone through worse. We've gone through better. We'll see what happens. We'll ride this one out like we ride them all out.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, the election is going to be the election, and then
I like that we
in
got
2 to 4 years, it'll be another one.
Yep.
But I like that we got him in California because it's like he's like the front lines of the hurricanes. Okay, Mongo, how's the weather look over there? Is it coming? Like, because if it's shit there, it's coming.
It's coming this way.
It's coming.
Oh
this
yeah,
way.
no. If we have shit, you're getting shit. If
Yeah.
we have nice
But
weather,
we're
you're getting
really
shit.
good at deflecting over here because we got guns. But Just saying.
We're coming into our sunshine season where we're only going to get sunshine for like the next 3 months.
Oh, that's it?
Oh yeah, no rain, no nothing, just sunshine.
You know, and that brings wildfires, right?
Yes.
And I just saw on the news. Actually, I read it online. You know, the fire department is now taking a stand against Mayor Bass. They've only had an increase of 18 firefighters since 1960. They have
what?
Yes, they have the Los Angeles Fire Department has 3,300 firefighters. Back in 1960, they had like 3,315. I mean, so it's just a difference about 15 to 18 firefighters. They cut stations, and the population has increased by 5 million. The call volume has gone up.
Okay,
and they have not replenished firefighters, built stations, given these poor firefighters out in California with the wildfire season coming up. They are working around the clock, 7 days a week. They're working tremendous tours. Okay.
I've got a firefighter that lives directly next door, and then one that lives 2 doors down. They're never around.
Yeah, their shifts have been crazy. I mean, they're not even working 24s anymore. They're working 72, 82 hours. They're spending weeks at the fire stations and not even seeing their families.
Yeah.
And that all falls on who's in charge.
Yep, Mayor Bass.
And here's the thing.
And Newsom.
I think that, okay, here's a simple fix. There's a game called Sim City. You can build your little town, and you can find out how it works. And you have to pass that before you decide you want to run for governor.
Well, right now, all our mayors and governors are playing Grand Theft Auto.
No,
not playing Sim City.
Is it San Andreas or is it the other version? Because I mean,
all right. On that note, we're not going to get into games right now. But on that note,
I'm a gamer.
Mongo, I want to thank you so much for doing the Mongolog, for preparing and really putting the time and effort into this. It really opens up a lot of people's eyes to what's going on across the country on a non-biased basis, because you will call out Republicans, you'll call out Democrats, you'll call out liberals, conservatives, whoever's doing wrong. You see it, as the American public sees it, as the blue-collar worker sees it. So thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, brother, and we'll be talking soon.
All right. Adios. Have a good week.
Adios.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we're going to cut it short today because gas prices in California are over $6. So we'll have
I'm going to save $6 getting
home. We do have an event coming up in Dallas, which Cha-Cha Baby was supposed to be here today, but she got stuck. It's a zoo. Can you bring up that flyer?
So this weekend, I have to look at the flyer for the location. So one of my girls, Battling Betties of Texas, my Cha-Cha Baby, she has been with me since day one. She's my treasure. She loves her lowriders, and we have a lowrider magazine zoot suit competition that she's
cool
hosting.
is that?
I know. Men and
different.
women.
It's so different.
I love it. Zoot suit,
Yeah.
zoot suit. So men and women can both join, because I know it's a style. I know it's mostly men, but I know we got some women that like to vibe that. So zoot suit competition with Cha-Cha Baby. I do not have the address, baby.
Let's see if I can see it on the phone here, since he's got
But
the flyer
this weekend, Lowrider Magazine is hosting it. She is going to be the MC. There is cash prizes for first, second, and third zoot suit.
Can't read it, but it will be on our Facebook page. So just check.
It's
out
not
our
like you
Facebook
got a
page.
pen and pad and you're going to write down the address anyway that I say. So it is a zoot suit. Like I said, zoot suit. Lowrider Magazine. Cha-Cha Baby is hosting it. Go out and see her. She is what I call my spicy Betty.
Yeah.
I love her. Lowrider competition, and it's Lowrider Magazine. Now I don't know, you probably don't, but me growing up, it was either High Times or Lowrider Magazine. That's what I looked at. So this is kind of cool.
We looked at Mad Magazine,
I like Mad
Mad
Magazine.
Magazine.
I like Mad Magazine. But Lowrider.
Plus, we got Frank's Speed Shop coming up for the Tattoo Mark Foundation. We got Frank's Speed Shop hosting a teddy bear drive. And then we also have All Storage right here in Arlington. Oh no, Euless. I'm sorry. All Storage is going to be doing a teddy bear drive.
Mm-hmm.
So check
Foundation.
out those two. All the bears donated are going to go to
the children in the hospital.
About 18 or 20 different hospitals across the state of Texas. So Tattoo Mark is working diligently to collect bears. I want to thank Janie Balderas, not only for singing the national anthem.
She killed it.
She knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it out of the park.
She made connections and got 3 children's hospitals in Austin. So she will be handling those, giving the bears to the children. And it is just blowing up with helping out Tattoo Mark.
I got an event coming up. So we are looking for donations. We got our 4th annual Beers and Betties coming up, which is going to be at Shotsky's Bar and Grill in Keller, Texas. We are going to do our 4th annual Beers and Betties benefiting roll call. We're looking for our raffle items. Last year we had some amazing, the past 4 years we've had some amazing raffles. So we are looking for some raffles to showcase your business. Please message me or the 99, the Battling Betties, so we can pick those up.
Doing a music bingo?
We're doing music bingo.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun that last year.
I have to say, we did that last year. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's happening again. So we're going to do
so
music
much fun.
bingo at Shotsky's. And Shotsky's is one of my favorite places because I've known Ned Brown for a long time. When I first moved to Texas, him and his wife, Heather, were the 2 people that kind of embraced me as a single mom, did Friendsgiving at their house before they even had bars like Shotsky's. And now they have Shotsky's in Keller, Texas. And they're opening up a line dancing bar soon called Rustic Cowboy, which will be in Keller, Texas. They will have line dancing and line dancing lessons on site every night. Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
So yes, so come out July 25th to the Beers and Betties 4th annual, benefiting our veterans of roll call. July 25th from 12 to 4. It's probably not until 4. It's probably till y'all leave.
Yeah, well, we had some of the older veterans there. They didn't want to leave.
They didn't want to leave.
They didn't want to leave. They were just partying through the night, man.
And that
Well,
is
God
a great
bless 'em.
location for it. Right
God
down
bless 'em.
downtown Old Town Keller. Love them.
Yep.
Ned Brown, thank you so much for hosting the 4th annual Beers and Betties. But that is our next satellite event coming up. So we're looking for raffle items like spa treatments, oil changes, things that are service items that our veterans can use that are participants of roll call. And of course, other people are going to be showing up. But like service items are good.
Yep.
So yes, that's our next
right.
event.
All right. Well, we're going to call it quits a little early. Get home.
We made it. We almost made
We did.
it.
We almost made it. All right. I want to thank
Magic.
Chance behind the board, making all the magic happen. Chance, our unseen hero that makes all the magic happen behind the board and keeping us up and running. That was good, man. I know I saw you
He's like-
panicking a little bit, but
I have never seen him panic.
the batteries on the thing went dead. Boop, boop,
But
boop.
today he did.
Yes. Once again, I want to thank all our veterans, our first responders, and all our families out there. God bless you. Keep up doing what you're doing. All our organizations, foundations, and all our grassroots startups. Keep making a difference in the communities you live and work in. Thank you to all the motorcycle clubs for doing what you do, hosting your events, hosting your bike washes, and raising money for your individual organizations to give back to different things. Oh, the Southern Dogs out in Garland is hosting a water drive. That water drive will go to all the local fire departments. Hit up Ken Shiner, Ken Harrison Shiner with the Southern Dogs. They are hosting a water drive for our firefighters out in the Garland area. The season's coming. You got to pack those firehouses with some water so those guys can stay hydrated. So once again, Pitbull, what a great event this weekend. I think you knocked it out of the park. Thanks again for everybody. Tune in, share, and be part of something bigger than yourself. The 99% Radio Network is radio for a reason. We give when others don't. Stay tuned to next week. Peace.
If you could be anything.
Oh, if you could be anything, be kind.